Hi, everybody, it's Shelley, and I just read a really good article from Social Media Examiner written by Peter Gartland. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to share this. I went and kind of grabbed some stuff from this, and I thought I'd just share it because it's really great. If you've been wanting to create a video studio, I'm going to show you what you need to do basically on a zero budget, or if you do have some money to invest, on a small budget. So let's go ahead and get started. And again, this is all about what value you can bring to the folks that are going to be watching this or reading this in your newsletter or wherever else you share your video. So number one, the right camera. Well, guess what, everybody? Camera equipment can be expensive, but with the latest smartphones, like I have a Samsung, and it's a great video device. And with the iPhones as well, it's just a way to shoot video that's really high quality. Um, you do need to have a place to position it, which we're going to talk about tripods here in a minute. But you could just use an elevated place and just start filming. But we're going to cover what you need to do on that. Now, tips for recording with a smartphone. When you do record, you want to make sure you are looking at the camera lens while you're recording. And if you look at yourself on screen, your eyes won't be directed at viewers. So that's a tip. Hold your camera in landscape orientation, not portrait, as well as place the camera slightly above eye level. Now right now mine's a little bit below. I'm using my PC to record this. Don't hold it too low. Viewers will be able to look up your chin. And similarly, don't hold it too high or they're going to be looking down. As an alternative to a smartphone, you can use your iPad if you have one, or the built-in camera like I'm using on my computer. You want to make sure that the device is able to record in 1920 by 1080. That's the key right there. Now, if you do have a small budget, you might want to go out and buy a Logitech webcam, model C920. It's an option. It's really good for high definition video, and it attaches to your computer through a USB cable. Keep in mind, this is for your PC, not for your smartphone. You can screw it onto a tripod, which is handy, but you do need to have that USB to go into your computer so it will work. Now, the second thing you want to think about is a tripod. Now, I don't know if you can see that little tripod down there. It's from Joby Gorilla Pods, and they're very inexpensive. Let me make this screen a little smaller and move this. You can see right there the little, it grabs onto pretty much anything you want to put it on. And really, if you don't have a budget for that, the great news is you can just go in and I'm trying to find expand my view. There we go. You can just put your camera on a stack of books or something else that you can lean it up against. Because it'll stabilize it, and that's what you're after, is a nice stable camera so it's not moving around. As I said, if you're using that webcam, you'll find it sits nicely on top of your computer if that's what you're going to use. But the Joby, Gorilla Pods, I had one. I am not using one now, but it is really cool because it attaches to anything, and they're very, very affordable. Just Google Joby Gorilla Pods. Now, the other thing is lighting. I decided, I usually don't do this, as you all know, but I am now sitting in front of a window with natural sunlight, and lighting is crucial. And what's free is the sun. So if you do have a window that brings in good light, you can record. Natural light's great. Use a desk light or other lamp to supplement that. I have a light right now over my head as well. Keep in mind that if the light isn't fluorescent, it's going to cast an unnatural yellow glow that you might want to avoid. Since I do screencasts and show my screen and I'm so small, I've never really concerned myself with that. But if it was just me recording me, I would be very concerned with lighting and the other tips that Social Media Examiner shared with us here. So when you're recording, always face the light source. Don't put it behind you because it'll cast a shadow. And if you do have a small budget, you might consider, and I haven't even looked into this because I've always coveted the Diva ring light, but it's $200 plus you can get a stand for $39 with a Diva ring light. But I really don't want to go that route. I haven't gone that route yet. But just know that this other option I'm going to look into myself is the Limo Studio Photography White Photo Umbrella Light Kit. $29. It actually is a white umbrella and 2 lights that reflect and bring in good light, and it will take away all those blemishes, as does the Diva ring light. Now, number 4, you want to have a good microphone. As you see, I use a headset with a mic on it that I just bought at Best Buy. But if you can and you want to use a lavalier, that's what you're looking at there, where you clip it to yourself. If you are going to be spending a lot of time on video, you might want to invest in a really good mic. Now, again, what's free is your smartphone will record video. Just make sure that you're in a quiet room, no background noise or wind. Wind is really distracting, as I learned when I was down at the beach last year doing some live video. Typically, built-in microphones on desktops and laptops aren't the best quality, but you can try and test it yourself to see what it sounds like. For a small budget, you can go out and get the lavalier microphone from Rhodes Smart Lav. For iPhone and smartphones, $80, $79. It works great with smartphones for recording fantastic audio, especially helpful if you're outside and you have any elements, or if you are standing a distance from your phone. Tip, don't attach a lavalier microphone too close to your head. You'll be surprised how much those little mics pick up sound. Number 5, set up a professional looking background. Now, as you can see, I'm in front of a bookshelf. You can set the scene. I also like to film down at the beach, just a nice background of the ocean. Corporate, professional, you need to decide what you want to see there. Again, most of my videos are how-tos, and I'm very small in the right-hand corner, but if I were going to be doing just myself, I would consider getting a backdrop. Now, the cheapest background, of course, is use what you have. As you can see, bookcases are great. This gentleman that did this said that he uses bookcases and he has awards and books on them. He puts in emoji balloons to add a little fun, so you could bring in some balloons. They cost a few bucks, but that's what you can do for free. And for a small budget, if you want to go purchase a backdrop, you can go to Slow Dolphin Fabric Video Studio Backdrop Kit, $58, and you can set up a backdrop if you want to do that. Number 6, video editing software. Now, if you're going to be editing your software, you might want to check out hitfilm.com. It really is free, but also low cost. But here are some other ideas with your iPhone. Of course, iMovie is available for the Mac, and it's free. And hitfilm.com, there's a free version, but what they're going to do is ask you to tweet about HitFilm, which is really clever. If you tweet about their product, then it is a free version for beginners. And more savvy video pros, there's a paid version. I use Screencast-O-Matic. Again, I use it to capture the screen, and they have editing software. YouTube has editing software as well. Number 7, choose graphic design software. Now, if you want to have a little thumbnail, you can use Canva. A lot of you have heard me talk about Canva. As a matter of fact, I have a link for you right there, bit.ly/springboard Canva. You'll get a $10 credit from them if you sign up through that link. There's nothing in it for me other than it makes me happy if you get a $10 credit. You will be able, as you'll see, there's one of the options is to create a thumbnail for your YouTube channel artwork. So you can create little thumbnails, and a sidebar on Canva. They have all kinds of templates for the right size images for Facebook and LinkedIn, and all that other good stuff. So check it out. So in conclusion, for a free total budget of $0, you can use your smartphone, use a shelf for your tripod, use natural lighting from a bright window, have your microphone off your smartphone. Your background can just be the wall, a blank wall, or a bookshelf behind you. Editing software for free is hitfilm.com. And check out Canva if you want to do any design, like free photos or whatever in your video. Small budget pricing for $178 setup. You can kind of read through these. We've covered them. Um, that's not bad to be all set up with your studio. Now, once you get that video going, if you're ready to send it in a newsletter, I use Constant Contact. I'm also a local expert for Constant Contact. Please do email sroth@shellyroth.com. You can see my email. Don't forget that EY or it'll bounce. And I can get you whatever specials they have when you're viewing this. It can be so much off on the first 3 months or a free custom template that looks like your website. So just shoot me an email if you have any questions. Again, go to shellyroth.com to check me out if you want to see what's going on in Houston as far as classes. Thanks for listening. I know this was longer than usual, but I thought it was good enough to share with everybody. Have a great weekend.